Hi, Steve here at the SJCOE Fab Lab, and it's May. It's almost the end of the school year, and we are at our last session. Now, this session is about you having a chance to use a little bit of what we've learned in order to make a lesson. Now, we're going to make more, we're going to do more writing, more planning, more working together when we all meet in June here for the Delta Sierra Science Project Data in Science Institute here at the SJCOE Fab Lab. So this is our May video lesson, just giving people a chance to get prepared for all of the fun and learning that's going to happen late June. All right, we have to thank the Office of the President of the UC and the California Science Project for funding this work. It's educational and fun to try out working with data in new ways, get to understand numbers and such an important topic by making visualizations, by working with data using different tools. So thank you. So we have our final topic, which is gathering data. We're going to use Netlogo and using it in a lesson plan. Let's go ahead, get started, use a data tool, and we're going to be really flexible about what we use this time, because after all, this is a practice day, and we've learned a lot of different tools. Maybe you are really hoping to try out a few new skills that you've picked up in Excel or Google Sheets. Maybe you really liked Data Studio and you want to spend some time with that. Maybe you're all about coding and you wanted to do some programming. So it's wide open today. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's look at a lesson from the Concord Consortium that'll show us how we can use data to teach in GSS. A link to this lesson is on our website. I'm going to click on Preview. I'm also going to jump to Step 2. One of the amazing things about this lesson is that it uses real data from CAL FIRE. It's a very real and relevant topic. I'm going to go straight to data exploration. Notice there's a data set called fires that we want to look at. I'm going to click Run Code, and our data set is here for students to inspect. I'm going to move on to page 3. The instructions tell us how we can use a function called distinct to find the distinct entries within a column. In other words, we're looking for distinct causes of fires. So, fires is our data set. And here we've been able to quickly see all of our causes. Well, I can also click here to see the others. But we've been able to go through a very large data set very quickly and find each distinct cause. Let's run through this lesson and use it as an opportunity to experience both working with real data, coding in R, and a science lesson focused on using data in order to learn in GSS science. There will be a form for you to fill in your thoughts on working through the lesson. There will also be some space for you to add in your ideas for your lesson. Let's take a look at a tool called Netlogo Web. Okay, let's take a look at some models at Netlogo Web. I decided to look at collisions. Here I have something called the Gas Lab Single Collision. I'm going to say setup and then go. Okay, well there's something that you never get to see in real life. The collision of two individual gases, and I can then gather a little bit of data off of that. Oh, hey, they've already even provided me a graphical display. But I'm not limited by the display that they have generated. I can download my CSV, and once I've done that, the world is your oyster. You can open it in Google Sheets, you can open it with Excel, you can even open it inside of a Google Colab document. It's up to you. But what I want you to do is think about how students can understand, how they can analyze and interpret that data. We're going to look at a tool that students could use called the I-squared method. So there are a couple of steps to the I-squared method. First, we want students to identify. Figure out, what do they see? Make comments right on their chart. Great thing about using digital tools, we can write directly on them. Nothing gets damaged. Next, we're going to interpret the data. Like, okay, well, I see a peak at one point in the graph. What does that peak mean? Okay. And then, lastly, we're going to write a caption showing what we think this chart is telling us. So, students are going to be able to do this process. Please go ahead, generate data using Netlogo Web. Import it using your choice of tool. Create a graphic. And then make an example I2 procedure. What we'll do from there is integrate that into a lesson for the students. What you'll turn in does not need to be a completed, say, 5E lesson. But please go ahead, make sure that you have student steps and teacher steps and some teacher questions. Please share it back to us, and it'll be a starting point for when we work together this summer. If you have any questions, if you need a little bit of help with any of the content that we've already covered, please email me. I'm scallahan@sjcoe.net, but you've probably received emails already telling you about this. Either way, we are reachable and glad to help with any questions that you have. Hope you have a great time getting a chance to use these new tools. Have fun.